Coach's Corner here from the Danbury Ice Arena. I'm joined by the head coach of the NAHL edition of the Junior Hat Tricks, Matt Voity. And Coach, season's almost here, just one day away before the NAHL team takes to the ice. What's there to be excited about for this year's team?
I think the boys since day one have really come in and owned it this year. I think a lot of our returners have learned from last year. We'll get tested this weekend by a pretty good team in Johnstown. But I think, we're young on D, but we have some really talented D, so I think we'll probably have some breakout guys this year.
And who specifically do you think would be the breakout guys?
I could put Sukovic in there, Lucas Sukovic, but he had a good year last year, but I think he'll have an even better year this year. I think Robert Hyde, I think Andrew Eberling. On D, I think, Liam Varmecki, Ivan Karodia could really step up, and Jake Howard too, and really have some big years. And
there's three guys coming back in goal for you guys throughout the course of the season. So.
Yep, I got Adam Johnson, Connor McDonough, and Marino Ramirez.
And how have they looked so far?
They've all looked pretty good. I think Johnny's definitely our starter, but the other two are pushing him, and that's what we wanted coming into this year was. We didn't want anyone to be comfortable whether you're a goalie or a forward or a D, so that's really worked out well.
You mentioned that it's Johnstown tomorrow for two games on Friday and Saturday. And what are some of the challenges that they bring in with this year's edition of the Johnstown Tomahawks? Because they're always a pretty competitive team in the league.
Well, they've had some turnover from last year, but they're a really well-coached team, and they like to play with a lot of speed and a lot of skill, so we're really going to have to be on it with our structure and our reads and our communication to be able to handle that.
And it's a new role for you, being your first year at the helm of this team. How's that transition gone for you, going from being an assistant to being the man in charge of the NA team?
There's a lot more to being a head coach, obviously, which I knew. I can't say I came into this completely blind, but I feel like you realize how many more details there are involved on a day-to-day basis. But it's in terms of coming into this group, like a lot of them already know me. I've had some time running the bench in the past few seasons, so it's seamless in a lot of ways in terms of my rapport with the guys and my communication, my connection. In terms of off the ice, there's definitely a lot more that has to get done as opposed to when you're an assistant.
Mm-hmm. And the group of guys off the ice seem like they've gelled pretty well, and they've gotten together pretty well socially so far.
Yeah, we came in day one, we established our pillars, established our culture, and they've really embraced it and, really made a point to do as many things as they can together, which is what you want to see. It's not forced with this group. They all came in with the right mindset, and they're all a good group of guys, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Is it helpful having the NA3 team in-house as well, that they can take a couple more evidence and maybe even have a guy or two come up from the NA3 team to the NA team?
Yes, that's our goal. It's been our goal since last season, and Friday night we'll have a couple guys who play in our NA3 team and currently playing in our NA3 team in the lineup. Mm-hmm. So, there's always been a good relationship between the two teams the past 2 years. I don't want to say big brother, little brother. I think it's more they're helping each other out. Mm-hmm. And I think that's really what you want to see. And when you have two teams so closely together, and their locker rooms are right next to each other. Mm-hmm. So that only helps our culture and what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of effort do you think we're going to see from the guys Friday night and then turn it over into Saturday night against the Tomahawks?
I expect a very strong effort from our boys. I expect a lot of compete, physicality, a lot of speed, and hopefully 2 wins.
First 2 games will be seen on HockeyTV. They'll be broadcast right here from the Danbury Ice Arena. Coach, thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Looking forward to the season.